Well, welcome back to the Prospect Hut, and hopefully you like this video. We're going to talk about Mets prospects and giving you an update on what happened this weekend. If you don't know, there's no minor league games on Mondays in the minor leagues. There's actually no games with the Atlantic League, which is the Ducks League. I did a video on the Ducks last week on the baseball too, and it didn't. I had a problem with the video. Totally forgot about it, but I have stuff on there on the baseball too. But anyway, I digress. Before I even get started, let's talk about the Mets minor leagues, and I have another video on the prospects for later, because obviously no games with the minor leagues. I can do whatever I want here, but I'll give you a recap of the weekend's action, starting up with Saturday. So here's from Mets Mirage Online. Gilbert and Dohm continue to excel. Obviously, these are prospects that you know about. Pitcher Nate Dohm delivered a standout performance for the St. Lucie Mets. He was a player the Mets drafted last year. On Saturday, striking out 6 over 5 1/3 innings. The 22-year-old right-handed starter continued his stellar season, lowering his ERA to an impressive 2.22 while boasting his strikeout total to 30. Meanwhile, outfielder Drew Gilbert launched his first AAA homer of the season. He continues to impress. His OPS is .851 for Syracuse. Now, the Mets today, just as an aside, called up Brett Beatty because Jesse Winker is hurt. But he's a player. Drew Gilbert, keep an eye on him. The Syracuse Mets defeated the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders, and the Syracuse club is starting to pick up the pace a little bit because they're getting some young players in there that are a little bit better than what they had. Right fielder Rafael Ortega went 1 for 1 with a home run, 3 RBIs. Center fielder Drew Gilbert went 2 for 2 with a home run. His OPS .851. Donovan Walton, shortstop, middle infielder. Keep an eye on him. Maybe the Mets call him if they need him. If there's an injury to the infielders. Went 1 for 5 with a home run. .943 OPS. Rafael Ortega, Drew Gilbert, and Donovan Walton all hit homers in an 8-2 win versus the Rail Riders. Gilbert, Salcino, and Jackson Reeds hit RBI singles to cap off a well-rounded offensive performance to power the team to victory. TJ Shook pitched 3 innings, gave up 1 hit, 4 strikeouts, and a walk. No ERA. It doesn't have an ERA. Right-handed pitcher Cameron Forster pitched 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit, 2 strikeouts, and had a 6.43 ERA. In Double-A, the Binghamton Rumble Ponies got rained out. This was on Saturday. So no game against a doubleheader. They probably played a doubleheader on Sunday, which they did, according to this report. We'll see if they got it. We'll find out in the second part of this video what happened. The Brooklyn Cyclones lost to the Wilmington Blue Rocks 8-5. Center fielder Eli Serrano went 1 for 4 with a home run and an RBI. His OPS is .863. He's gotten off to a good start. Jacob Reamer, he had 3 home runs last week. Playing third base, went 1 for 4 with a double and 2 RBIs. His OPS is .1018. Don't be surprised if he gets if he goes to very quick. I mean, he was in St. Lucie, last few weeks, but don't be surprised if he gets called up very quickly if he continues on this run. And Christopher Suarez went 1 for 3 with an RBI. He's playing left field. Reamer and Serrano both doubled in an effort to rally back, but it wasn't enough as Brooklyn fell to Wilmington. Both Serrano and Reamer continue their excellent starts to the season. Reamer and his .1018 OPS are making a strong case for a promotion in the near future. He's done a great job. Jonathan Santucci, the left-handed starter, went 4 1/3 innings, gave 2 earned runs, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks. His ERA is 7.71. Right-handed pitcher Saul Garcia pitched 1 1/3 innings, gave a hit, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Justin Lawson pitched 2 innings with 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. His ERA is 1.35. He was drafted last year. Jonathan Santucci showed signs of improvements, allowing 2 runs over 4 1/3 innings while striking out 3 and walking 2. He's the Mets' #1 left-handed starter in their farm system. And he needs some work. He needs to pitch. Really. St. Lucie Club defeated the Jupiter Hammerheads 9-2. Jonah Tong Enriquez went 2 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 RBIs. Colin Houck went 3 for 5 with a .716 OPS. Seems to be, he's not bad. He's doing much better. He's 20 years old. Got to give him a shot. Vincent Peraza went 2 for 4 with an RBI. Enriquez smacked his first 2 home runs of the season as the Mets trashed the Hammerheads. Colin tallied 3 hits and is starting to pick up the pace in May as he already has 5 hits. Look at him. He was a Mets draft pick from 2 years ago. And he's taken a step back. He didn't have a good year last year. Nate Dohm pitched 5 1/3 innings. Gave up 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. His ERA is 2.22. Irving Cota, you can keep an eye on him. Pitched 2 2/3 innings, gave up a hit, a strikeout, gave up a walk, and the ERA is 0.50. Now we got some new teams. Check this out. The Florida Complex League Mets. The FCL Mets defeated the FCL Cardinals 2-0 in the first game of their season. Julio Zayas went 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. Shortstop Bohan Adderley, who's from Jamaica, went 2 for 4 and an OPS of 1,000. The FCL Mets fell to the FCL Cardinals to open their season. The offense failed to generate much momentum, aside from Julio Zayas' double. Bohan Adderley started strong out of the gate, collecting 2 hits. Jose Guevara went 2 1/3 innings, gave 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, and a walk. Jonathan Jimenez pitched an inning, struck out 2. Guevara struggled in his season debut against the Cardinals, surrendering 4 earned runs. They gave me the wrong score here. Oh, I'm sorry. The Cardinals beat the Mets 9-2. Surrendering 4 earned runs over just 2 1/3 innings of work. Jimenez impressed in his first relief appearance, striking out 2 batters in a clean inning of work. So this was all the action that happened on Saturday. Now here's the action summed up from what happened on Sunday. Now, like I said in this video, there's no games on Monday. The minor leagues are off and the independent leagues are off, or at least the Atlantic League is. Tong dominates for Binghamton. As you know, that's Jonah Tong of the Canadian Dongs. He's from Canada. Mets drafted a few years ago. Jonah Tong was fabulous for Binghamton on Sunday. The 21-year-old Ontario native struck out 8 over 4 innings, only allowing 1 earned run, and raised his total strikeout count on the season to 38 in just 5 games. Wow, that's high. Tong is rising to the system as the Mets' 3rd best pitching prospect in the organization, behind Brand Sprout and Nolan McLean. I would mention Nolan McLean has been reportedly promoted to AAA, as he completely dominated AA in the first month. Mets have been very aggressive with their promotions. AAA results: the Syracuse Mets lost 4-2 to the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders. Drew Gilbert again went 1 for 1 with a home run, and the OPS is 823. He has to play, and he will be ready to be in the majors when he's mastered AAA and been healthy. Left fielder Billy McKinney went 1 for 4. It was talked that he might get recalled in lieu of the injury to Jesse Winker, but that's not going to happen because they called it Beatty. Shortstop Donovan Walton went 2 for 4 with a home run. His OPS is 752. Billy McKinney and Donovan Walton's solo homers were the only source of offense on Sunday in a 4-2 loss to the Rail Riders. Drew Gilbert tallied another hit and could be in consideration for a big league role if Jesse Winker hits the injured list. Jarrett Young is in play for a role too, though my money's on John Singleton, but the Mets called up Brett Beatty. So these are guys that are getting close. Well, some of these guys have been in the majors. Young and Singleton have been in the majors. Singleton played in the majors last year and had 14 home runs for the Astros. And he's been an everyday player in the majors and he's been bounced around. But keep an eye on Gilbert in terms of the long-term situation. Kevin Herges, who we saw in the majors a couple of days ago, pitched 2 innings, gave an earned run, 2 hits, 2 walks. Sean Reed Foley pitched an inning, gave up a hit, 1 strikeout. His ERA is 9.00. Rico Garcia pitched 2 innings, gave up 2 walks, 2 strikeouts in his performance. Now let's go to Binghamton. We'll talk about Jonah Tong. Remember, 2 dongs don't make a right unless you're pitching. Really. Oh, there we go. So the Brahma Ponies lost 1-0 to the Erie Seahawks. The Seawolves. I'll get it right. Right fielder DeAndre Smith went 1 for 2. The offense was lifeless during the game, as DeAndre Smith provided the team's lone hit. Ooh, that's not good. Jonah Tong pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 earned run for the loss, I guess. 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks. The walks are still too high. That is a major problem for this particular pitcher, which is why he pitched so poorly in 2023. The walk total was through the roof, and the walk total has been very high at the beginning of this season. That is something he has got to get a hold of. Last year, the walk rate was terrific. Reliever Douglas Orlando pitched 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. He's a guy to keep an eye on down the road. Certainly down the road. Class A. Let's get to Class A. My computer freezes. Now, this is the second game of the doubleheader. Excuse me. The Roma points came back in this game. They won 6-4. Center field Nick Morabito went 1 for 3 with an RBI. Yanni Hernandez went 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. William Lugo went 3 for 4 with a home run. RBIs, OPS 755. Third baseman William Lugo had a standout performance, going 3 for 4 with a homer and an RBI. Yanni Hernandez contributed with a 1 for 3 day and drove in 2 runs. Center field Nick Morabito added an RBI and acquired a 1 for 3 outing. Alex Carrillo pitched an inning, struck out 2. Hunter Parsons pitched an inning, struck out 2 and gave up a hit. Ryan Lambert, keep an eye on him. He's starting to pop up on different lists. He goes very hard. Mets drafted him last year, pitched 2 innings, struck out 2, walked 2 with an ERA of 0. Keep an eye on him. In Brooklyn, the Cyclones defeated the Wilmington Blue Rocks 7-1. Jacob Bremer, again, continues to get his hits, 2 for 4. His OPS is 1027. Won't be long before he goes to AA. And we'll be talking about him in spring training next year. DH Jacob Bremer, who went through 2 for 4 with an RBI and raised his OPS to 1027. Left fielder Jeffrey De Los Santos went 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Marco Vargas went 1 for 4, and he just recently got called up and promoted to Brooklyn, so we've got to keep an eye on him. He's a left-handed hitter. Let's picked him up for David Robertson a few years ago. Noah Hall, another guy to keep an eye on. Pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. His ERA is 1.88. Eduardo Herrera pitched an inning in the third, struck out 2. His ERA is 0. Jason Beck, also at an ERA of 0, pitched 1 inning, gave up a walk and 2 strikeouts. St. Lucie Club lost 4-2 to the Jupiter Hammerheads. Jonathan Enriquez playing first base went 1 for 3 with an RBI. Simon Juan went 2 for 4. Left fielder baseman Kevin Villavicencio went 1 for 3. On the pitching side, Tanner Witt went 2 innings, gave up 3 strikeouts, gave 1 walk with an ERA of 0. Frank Allsalt, I guess another player who was drafted last year, pitched 2 innings, gave up 2 walks and a strikeout. Right-handed Tanner Witt pressed in relief, tossing 2 1/3 innings with 3 strikeouts and 1 walk. Frank Allsalt followed with 2 scoreless frames of his own, allowed no runs while striking out 1 and walking 2. I believe they both were drafted last year. So all the Mets draft picks from last year have done rather well. I haven't seen anything negative about too many players from last year. But you let me know what you think about this video. And, of course, please subscribe to the Prospect Hut, and I'll see you later.